how will you encourage and influence the team to use Scrum in the approach you have followed?
Okay, great. So the questioner is asking that you are working as a Scrum Master or you joined a new team, and there is a probability that your team members may not be that much enthusiastic about using Scrum. So how, as a Scrum Master, you have encountered, like how you have taken care of these kind of situation? So they are asking your experience in that kind of situation. So now, in order to answer that question, you need to reflect on some of the experience, might be your own or someone else you might have observed in your organization, where the initial agile adoption faced challenges and people were not buying into the process. Now, what can help? There are various patterns, and it all depends upon organization types. In some of the organization which are more logical in nature, people only do something when they see clear benefit of it. So in those kind of organization, approaches like explaining them that this is how Agile and Scrum can make stakeholder engage frequently. This is how we can get benefit out of our products early because we push them early into the production. This is how we collaboratively develop something rather than we develop in a different boxes. And if you can sell that idea, people may want to buy it. Now, again, this is like an approach, but you need to bind that approach in a story which matches with your experience. So something like that, okay, I have been doing Agile and Scrum in this project. We started doing Agile because one of our executive got an idea of why not doing Scrum. And when I brought that idea, people were resistive because they were using waterfall for a while and they found a lot of value in a waterfall. They feel that they are doing all good, and this kind of resistance you face. And after that, you went for a training and you also organized a 2 days training for everyone. Still, there was a resistance. And then there was something which helped them to overcome it when they started realizing that now they can go to the business and they can talk to business and get the inputs whenever they want. Earlier, they used to be staying away from it. And that is something it worked. So some kind of a narration is needed. And that narration should have some actors coming from your experience. So you need to bring some story from your profile itself. Okay. So there has to be something. Now, in some organizations, it's pretty simple that my client asked for following Scrum, and so everybody is doing Scrum. Okay, so that is also one possibility of the thing, but that may not be liked that much because, and that might be a reality in some cases, because here they are looking at your skills, that okay, how you influenced them. When client is asking for it, your skills are not coming in picture. They have to do it, else they don't work in that particular project. Right. So you may have that thing in your experience where client might have asked it, but then you need to bring the softer side of it, that okay, this is client was asking, so it was a good help, but at the same time I also picked up all the evidences and instances which made them feel that following Scrum is good for them. They can increase their happiness by following Scrum. So something like that.
Okay.
The third possibility is that you can also talk about that nowadays, initially they were resistive, but when they saw everybody in the world is using it, you show them various other companies and their software developers, and then when they realize that every other person is using it, then it was relatively easy. So it's like I spoke about attacking their rational mind for the company. Then I talk about attacking their rational mind for the trend, that okay, it's everybody's using this, then there must be something good about it. It could be some kind of a mandate coming, mixture of that. So you need to create some mixture of these all, which makes them feel that yes, you have been through that. Because there is a probability in industry, there are many people who want to get into Scrum Master kind of a job, but many of them, they don't understand the power of influence which they need to have, like the amount of influence they need to develop in themselves to get things moving. Because Scrum Master is little influencing job, you may not have a direct authority on people, still you need to influence them. So they wanted to check that how good are you in influencing people without authority. So that's the whole reason behind such kind of questions and what you have done before in that direction.